అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. శుభోదయం. శ్రీ మహా గణాధిపతయే నమః. శ్రీ సరస్వత్యే నమః. గురుభ్యో నమః. Today we have the fourth day of our lectures of Sanatana Dharma and Shodasa Samaskrams from Dr. Visalakshi. She had a bad throat during last week, so she could not continue. Now she's, by the grace of God, she is back with us again with her shrilling voice. So now let us welcome her. She doesn't need any introduction. You know, all of you know that she is the Vice President of Veda Samskruti Samiti, Vice President of Sanatana Dharma. And she has already covered first 4 Samaskrams of 16. Now we will start with Vande Mataram and Janaganam. Vande Mataram and Prarthana. After that, we will hand over the platform to her. Hello, Chittibabu garu.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujala, Supala, Malaya Jasitala, Sasya Syamala Mataram, Vande Mataram. Suprajosna pulakitayaminim pullakusumita drumadala shobhinim suhasinim sumadhura bhashinim sukhadam varadam mataram Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram,
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చాలా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Now let us request Satyaji to chant Prarthana.
Namaskaram andarki. Let's do meditation for a minute. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamasravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anasrunvannotibhis Sedasadanam. Om Shri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha. Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinamavitriyavatu. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Gurureva Gati Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave. Na Guroh Paramam Sheshirasmi Guroh Matirasti Guru Mama Pahi Guru. Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalasphatikakrutim आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम
ధన్యవాదములండి. Now let us request Visalakshi garu to continue the webinar.
ओम श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः. ओम श्री पार्वती राजराजेश्वराभ्यां नमः. ओम श्री मेधा दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः. ओम शिवाय गुरवे नमः. ओम नमः शिवायै च नमः शिवाय. In our Shodasa Samskaras, we have covered up to Annaprasana. 5 we have covered. Now, sixth one, Nishkramanam. Now, Nishkramanam means coming out. The baby stayed for more than 9 months time in the womb of the mother. So it would be very difficult for the baby to see the light and outside environment. The baby would feel comfortable and protective when the mother holds the baby with both the hands and hugs it to her heart. At that time, the baby experiences the warmth and love which it experienced in the mother's womb and feels very happy. Slowly, the baby gets used to the light in the bedroom and the atmosphere there. So after staying in the rooms of the house for nearly 3 months and growing little by little, the baby begins to recognize the face of the mother, the touch and comfort of mother, father, and family members, relatives, etc. And notice the baby starts noticing the external objects also. After the completion of 3 months, when 4th month enters, on the same tithi, when the baby was born, on the same tithi day, the baby should be taken out for the first time to the Yajnashala or to the temple, where Agnikarya would be performed in Yajnashala by the parents. The parents should do Yajna and Agni Aradhana under the guidance of priests and Brahmins. They perform this ritual for the safety and health of the child and longevity of the child. There they pray gods, Ishta Devatas, Kula Devatas, Navagraha Devatas, and Panchaputa Adhisthana Devatas to please them and to keep the baby safe from the planets, Bala Arishta Grahas and Nara Drishti, and also to get the Anugraha and favor of all the gods. Thus, the priest makes the Yajamani perform certain yajnas and blesses the couple and the baby. The parents of the child should please the priest with Bhuri Dakshinas. Then they should give Shadrasobeta Bhojana with Panchapakshas and honor all the relatives and friends who come there. Thus, when for the first time the baby is brought to Yajnasala, it should be she or he should be exposed to sun god and pray Surya Bhagavan to bless the child to give proper health, luster and wisdom. Then in the evening, they should take the child to any park nearby to make her or him enjoy the cool breeze in the midst of green plants, flowers and good atmosphere. The main purpose of this ritual is to make it a habit for the baby to come out of the house into the lap of nature, Mother Nature, so that the baby starts developing the capacity to withstand the outside atmosphere. The clean and fresh air would give very good health also. This ritual is also performed to protect the child from balagrahas, who normally attract small children, so that the baby does not have to suffer from the evil planets, receives the blessings of nature. Sun rays are useful for the development of longevity and physical fitness, and body becomes very strong and healthy. Sri Krishna Paramatma says in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Yet Shastra Vithi Mutsrujya Vartate Kamakarataha Na Sa Siddhim Avapnoti Na Sukham Na Param Gatim. Whoever lead their lives without following the methods told in the Shastras, given in the scriptures, and behave as they wish, can never obtain any sort of happiness or liberation. So we all should know what is said in Shastras and follow that. Gita Charya also says, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Karya Vichakshane. Whenever any doubt arises, we should always refer to Shastras. The Upanishad also says, Aluksha Dharma Kama Syuhu. So should know from those who are aware of those things and Shastras. So all of us should lead our full lives as per the rites given in the Shastras by our ancient sages and follow the Shodasa Samskaras, mold our children as benefactors to the society, and we should get salvation through our virtuous behavior and through our good children. Annaprasana Samskara is the seventh Samskara. Now, Annaprasana is a sacrament which is celebrated as a festival. It is feeding the rice to the newborn baby for the first time. By Annaprasana ritual, the child gets health, longevity, luster, and intelligence. Anna means that which is eaten, that is cooked rice we call as Annam. Prashana means eating. Ashana, Prakrishtam Ashanam, eating properly and greatly. Annaprasana is that samskara in which some solid food other than mother's milk is being given to the baby for the first time. Without doing Annaprasana according to Shastrokta method, the child should never be given to swallow anything other than mother's milk. If mother's milk is not sufficient, cow milk can be given. But other than these two milks, nothing should be given. So Annaprasana Samskara should be performed on the 6th day of 6th month of baby's birth. The parents of the baby should take Sankalpa, Sarvada Mrishtanna Praptyartham, Sarva Kamyartha Siddhyartham, Annaprasana Karma Karishye or Karishyami. I shall do Annaprasana Karma to my child for obtaining good, delicious food throughout the life, for the attainment of all desired fruits. So saying, for the first time, such a food should be kept in the mouth of mouth in the sense on the tongue of the baby or on the lower lip of the baby. The food which is yajna prasada or havishyana, which is to be offered to the god, should be cooked with cow milk, then mixed with cow ghee and honey. It should be kept in a silver bowl. After offering that to Ishtadevatas and Kuladevatas, that which is like thick juice, that should be given to the baby with golden ring without any stones. The father should keep the baby on his lap. Either mother or maternal uncle, Menamama we say, should first keep that Paramanam Gujju, we say, which is very soft and a little liquid type. That should be given 4 times on the lower lip or tongue of the baby while the priest is reciting the mantras. Later, the mother, father, grandparents, and all near relatives can feed the child mildly and bless the child to be very healthy and healthy and to live long. In a Dharmagrantha called Kalamrita, it is said, Annaprasana Marthakasya Sukhadam Masyeva Yugme Suphe Shashtathavata Panchamadi Divase Mase Vathunam Gruhe. That is, Annaprasana ceremony should be done in the house of baby's maternal grandmother, father. That is, mother's mother, Ammamma we say. If this Annaprasana is performed on the 6th day of 6th month, then it's okay. Otherwise, for boy babies in the even months and for girl babies on odd months, it should be performed seeing an auspicious day and good tithi, vara and nakshatra. This samskara can be done on Monday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, and either on Vidya, Tadiya or Panchami or Saptami or Dashami, Ekadasi, Trayodasi or Chaturdasi before Paurnami, but not before Amavasya. It should not be done on Navami Tithi, they say. Seeing good nakshatra for the baby and father, the muhurta should be fixed either on Sampatara or Kshematara or Sadhanatara or Mitratara or Paramamitratara. But mostly all people perform Annaprasana on the 6th day of 6th month. Shanmasa Shashta Divase Kuryad Annaprasanam. Shastra tells that for doing Annaprasana, the baby must have the teeth at least 1 or 2 by that time that they should start coming. Otherwise, pressure falls on the soft gums and the teeth after coming may fall down early. If the milky teeth start to fall very late and new teeth also come very late, then those teeth would be very strong and will stay lifelong, and span of life also increases. Therefore, it is advised to do Annaprasana on 6th day of 6th month or after a few months after also, if possible. That is, if the mother's milk is sufficient. But directly rice or hard things should never be given to the baby without performing this Annaprasana. The baby should be fed with only liquid foods and juicy foods first in the beginning. Farix, we say, etc., certain powders which are available, they can be mixed in milk and that can be given. Slowly, month after month, that diet can be modified. Rice, dal, vegetables may be together cooked in a cooker, and after smashing, well, little salt should be added with plenty of ghee, or ghee and honey also can be added and given to the baby. When the baby is in the womb of the mother, they say God pours life to that baby during the entrance of 6th month. Then onwards, that baby may take amniotic, the liquid which we say umaniru, amniotic fluid, that enters the stomach of the baby, and that defect still remains a little in the stomach. that should go out. The baby needs energy. So in the Sankalpa of Annaprasana, they say, Garbhamalambupana dosha nivrityartham, for the removal of the defect of drinking the dirty water of the womb while in the womb. The delicate body of the baby, especially the stomach, liver, digestive system, they are very soft. So they should be taken care. They should be purified and be strengthened. And the baby should develop the capacity to digest outside food. Till that time, the baby should drink mother's milk. Mother's milk only. Mother's milk is like nectar to the children. It gives strength to the body and mind also, and increases resistance of the body. So even after Annaprasana, the mother should give her milk to the baby as long as the milk comes, or at least for 1 year. While doing Annaprasana, everyone follow their own traditions and customs. Some do with payasam, paramanam we say. Some do with curd rice, mixed with cow ghee and honey. Bodhayana Maharshi, Aswalayana Maharshi, and Hiranyakesi, etc. sages, Maharshis say in Gruhya Sutras that curd should be mixed in the cooked rice, well cooked rice, which is very soft. Even Apastambha Gruhya Sutras, which we follow, it is said, Dathi Madhu Krutodanam. Dathi means curd. Curd purifies lives, gives luster to the body. Honey got medicinal power. It removes vata, pitta and kapha of the body. The honeybees collect makaranda of different flavors and prepare honey. So honey is very good for the health of human beings and especially children. The honey got the power of nature in it. Cow ghee is very useful and powerful, having herbal values, herbal power. Ayur ghrutam, we say. The cow ghee is the span of life. Ghrutena varthate buddhihi. That is, cow ghee increases the intelligence. And also it helps in easy digestion. Kalau Parashara Smritihi, we say in Parashara Smriti, it is said, Kshirodanam. During Kali Yuga, we have to follow Parashara Smriti. Parashara is Vyasa Bhagavan. So that Smriti we have to follow. There it is said, Kshirodanam, the milky rice, Paramanam. It should be given. Then Havishya Anna, we say. Havishyanna should be cooked when then it should be offered, divided into 4 parts after cooking. 1 part is to be submitted in the fire god, offering to God, fire god and gods. Then other part should be given to the guests, mixing with the items which are to be given to the guests. Then 3rd part should be given to the birds and animals of nature, seeking their blessings. Then 4th part should be mixed with cow ghee, cow milk, and boiled smoothly and mixed with honey. That mixture should be offered to the god and then should be given to the child, considering the body of the baby as the temple, and this Paramanam is being offered to the Paramatma residing in the body. While keeping the Paramanam with golden ring on the lower lip or on the tongue of the baby, these 4 mantras are to be recited. The priest has to recite them. Om Phurapam Tvoshathinagum Tadrasam Prashayami. Om Phurapam Tvoshathinagum Rasam Prashayami. Om Suvarapam Tvoshathinagum Tadrasam Prashayami. Om Purphuva Suvarapan Poshathinagum Rasam Prashayami. Deho Devalaya Prokto Jivo Deva Sanatanaha, we say. It is the saying of Shruti Upanishad. Sri Krishna Paramatma also said, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtati. To the newborn baby from the very Annaprasana Samskara, we are teaching that we are eating the prasada of God. after Naivedya Samarpana, that Naivedya turns into Prasada, the favor and Anugraha of God. So that Prasada is to be eaten. So what we are eating, we are offering to Paramatma residing in our body, in us. Then Paramatma is taking that and is giving energy to us and blessings to us. We should make this habituated to this type of behavior in life for the children. This is the tradition we got from our sages. We, all human beings, grow due to the food we eat. We say Annagata Prana. Our life and body grows by taking food. Taittiriya Upanishad says, Annadeva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante, Annadeva Jatani Jivanti, Annam Prayanti Apisamvishanti, Annam Brahmeti Vyajanat. So Annam is known as Brahman, Parabrahman. Atman is Brahman. All living beings are taking birth from Annam, living by food, and are being merged in Annam matter only. So one should never blame or insult Annam. Annam nan Indyat, they say. Annam bahukurveta, that is, we have to praise Annam. Pranova Annam, Shariram Annadam, Prane Shariram Pratishtitam, Tasmad Annam nan Indyat, Tad Vratam, that is the vow. Annam should be honored, even that is the vow. Thus, in several ways, the importance of food is explained in our Shastras, scriptures, and even Upanishads. After the Annaprasana process is completed, the Brahmins and Ritviks recite Anna Sukta and bless the baby and the parents that they will never have any difficulty in getting food. The food we eat and the food we feed the children is of divine herbal power. We should pray that such a herbal power should give strength and vigor to us. Ahara Suddhau Sattva Shuddhihi, we say. If the food we eat is Sattvika and Suddha, then we will be healthy and will have pious ideas, Sattvika Gunas, that is divine qualities we develop. We should eat Sattvika Ahara. It is said in Shastras that at the time of Annaprasana, we should praise Orja Shakti, and we say it is Urja Shakti, Ojas. So Urja Shakti should be praised, which gives us Ojas, that is the Shakti. Then we will get very great vigor in us, more than this physical strength. At the time of taking food, we should pray Goddess Annapurna. Annapurne Sadapurne Sankara Pranavallape Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham Tiksham Dehi Cha Parvati. We should pray Annapurna Devi to give us Jnana and Vairagya, knowledge and detachment as Bhiksha. Thereby we get liberation. Our Bharata Desha is Krishi Prathana Desha and shines with spiritual knowledge. It is our tradition to worship Annadevata, recognizing the Mahima of her and keep our children under the protection of her. Thus, our children start worshipping Goddess Annapurna Devi since Annaprasana. So, this samskara should be performed according to Shastras. After all this process is completed, women give harati to the parents and baby. The holy priest blesses them as Annapatir Annadu Vardhamano Bhuyaha. Master the Anna, master of Anna, who eats Anna grow high. So while eating Anna, we grow high. Annapati is our prana, the prana which is in us and making us do all the works. So this body is Annada. So who eats the food? Annada means Annam Apti, Ada, to eat. So one who eats is Annada. our body and life, prana should grow perfectly. That is the blessings given by the priest to us. After doing Annaprasana, the child should be given 1 spoon or 2 spoons full of such food prepared for him or her separately every day. As a part of this Annaprasana, we celebrate a certain display and entertainment with the child. The floor should be cleaned. Then a carpet should be stretched on it. At a place, a particular place, such objects like holy textbooks, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, etc., and then some ordinary school books or some books, then pen, pencil, then slate and slate pencil, Balapamu we say, then chalk piece, then money, gold chains, gold coins, eatables like sweets, fruits, etc., the kitchen articles, then doctor's stethoscope, etc., then drawing sheets, colors, brushes, etc., and then turmeric and kunkuma flowers, saubhagya dravyas, then gods, idols, photos, or any frameworks of gods should be kept there. One by one, side by side, they should be kept. And at a little distance, the child should be kept coming on the side of the articles, facing on the side of the articles. We should call the baby to crawl and come to us. Then whatever object the child takes for the first time in or her hands, that would be considered as a sign of his or her future development in what sort of profession the baby would come up. Afterwards, the baby should be taken into the hands and all the elders bless the baby to live long. Dirghayushman Bhava, Dirghayushmati Bhava, thus we should bless the child. Thus, Annaprasana Samskara should be performed traditionally. All living beings live and grow by eating food. Taking such a food should start with devotion and gratitude to God, because God has given everything to us. Nothing belongs to us. So we should have gratitude and devotion for God. The aim of our life is to give and gain highest knowledge and get liberation. Chaturtha Purushartha, Dharmartha Kama Moksha. Moksha is the final aim of our lives. But these three are to be followed throughout our life to attain that fourth one. So while living, we should serve all living beings. We should serve the society. We have to serve our nation. So more than this, we should elevate our Atma, our soul. That is most important. In arranging all these articles, Vastu Pradarshana Veduka, parents will know what is the interested item to their child as Janmantara Samskara, and also in what sort of profession the child may shine in his or her life after growing, and may encourage the child in that particular study after the baby grows and comes to school level study. Then what sort of education should be given, higher education, that the parents can guess according to this. So they celebrate it with all relatives, friends, and then all Atmiyas. This is Annaprasana Samskara. Now next, the eighth one is Chuda Karma or Chaula Samskara, we say. Puttu Ventrikalu Theatum, we say. The Chuda Karma Samskara is the ritual of removing the hair that came to the baby by birth. Then this hair removal samskara should be performed within a year of the baby's birth or at the beginning of the third year. This is done during odd months for boys and during even months for girls. Until then, the soft hair that was there on the head protects the baby's soft head and this middle part of the head, which we call as Madu, Sahasrara. God gave us the most precious body and sent us into this world. We should purify ourselves with Vedic rituals, grow spiritually, live righteously, to extinguish the karmas, to gain knowledge, to be liberated. Every part of the body, every sense organ given to us by God at the time of our birth is very precious, most precious than anything in this world. And they should be guarded and taken care throughout our lives. But the congenital hair on the head should be removed completely within 3 years. By staying in the mother's womb, the hair soaks in the acidic water. The hair gets dirty. That pollution did not go with just head baths or any such baths. Moreover, the Purva Janma Vasanas and past memories linger to the hair. So the Shastras instruct us to remove that hair completely. This is called as the removal of birth hair, puttu ventrikalu tiyatamu. It is said that if the congenital hair is removed, the defect will go away. The hair that comes later grows thicker, darker and longer and more beautiful also. So usually it is customary for our Andhras especially to take off the hair at Tirumala and present the hair to Sri Venkateswara Swami Balaji. Many people remove the hair of their children at some temple or shrines. If anyone wishes, they can do this samskara at their houses also. Just a minute. The scriptures say that Janmanoti Tritiye Varshe Chaulam Punarvasvo. Chuda karma should be done during 3rd year from the birth and in the Punarvasu Nakshatra, because it takes normally 1 year time for the head to become hard. This Madu part, the middle part of the head, it would be very soft and is like a hollow. So that should be filled completely. Upanishads say the Paramatma enters into each human being through this Madu, Sahasrara Chakra, which is called as very important part of our body, because the divine power enters into us and stays in that Sahasrara Kamala in our heart, that Paramatma. So the hair should be removed at the time of 1st year or after, that is during 3rd year. When 3rd year enters, in the beginning we should get it removed. It should not be done during 2nd year. If the mother is pregnant, then that is pregnant for the 2nd time, then within 5th month, this Chuda karma can be performed to the elder baby. After 5th month pregnancy, then until delivery is over, it should not be done. After fixing an auspicious muhurta to perform this ritual, they should request the priest to do puja karyakrama, and they should also fix a barber for this purpose. On that holy day, the mother, father and the child should take holy bath. Mangala Snana, we say, wear new clothes, then do Vinayaka Puja, and then worship Agnihotra and do Agni Karya. Parents should inform the child about this and prepare the child mentally ready, saying that if this hair is given to God, God will give that baby very beautiful new hair, which is very long. And also God gives good buddhi and happy life, good education, intelligence, and what all we want can be given. So in Andhra families, the maternal uncle, Menamama, we say, Menamama has to first cut the hair with scissors when the child sits on the lap of the father. Later, the barber may remove the hair, leaving panchashikas on the head for some people. But mostly, that hair should be completely removed and nothing should be left over. These panchashikas will be kept at the time of Upanayanam. So starting from left normally or from the right side of the front part, they slowly remove the hair, and the back part should be, hair on the back part should be removed later, slowly. After this, Puttu Ventrikalu Karyakramam, then next time onwards, mostly for boys, the hair on the head would be removed, and parents should take care of it, and partly the hair would be remaining on the head and partly it is to be removed. And keeping pilaka, we say, that is shikha. So on the back, medulla oblongata nerve will be there. At that part, a little hair should be allowed to grow throughout the life. That is called as shikha. So after this process of removing the birth hair, the child should be given Mangala Snana and wear new clothes. The parents should give Tambula and Dakshina and new clothes to that barber, Shuraka, who removed the hair of baby. The father has to collect this hair in a new cloth and offer it to God. Even for girl babies, the hair should be removed completely for the first time, and then throughout the life, the hair should grow on her head. So Susruta Samhita and Charaka Samhita say that by the Chaula Karma, the longevity and beauty will increase to the child. The Panchashikhas are observed at the time of Upanayana Samskara, and Shikha will be maintained lifelong throughout the life. Scholars call this ritual as Ayush Karma because it increases Ayurdaya. There are scientific and health aspects behind wearing a crown or wearing a shikha at the back of the head. That place is called as Muchikala Gunta, we say in our Telugu. On the back of our head, we have a gland called as medulla oblongata. Because this shikha, the hair is attached to it, our nervous system functions properly and actively. The word shikha reminds us of the flame of the fire and also the top of the mountain, Parvata Shikha, Shikaragra we say. Wearing shikha means having a beam of spiritual energy and light. Those who wear the shikha will be able to attain spiritual progress and serenity, sacred power. Sacred power increases in that body. Our Shastras say that all Hindus should have their shikha. Ladies have it in the form of jada we get. In ancient times, all men had the same length of hair as women used to get. Later, men used to keep up only shikha, removing the other hair. In due course of time, due to foreign invasions and a foreign rule, certain changes took place in the practicing of our traditions and customs. But still, our rituals and customs are being practiced. However, there are slight differences in the practicing of these customs and cultures depending upon the part where that is our resin, the place where we stay, and the languages also that we speak. Slight differences will be there in even Smriti Granthas. Our sages gave these customs for the welfare of all mankind, universal welfare. We should follow them and get liberated from the chains of this birth and death. Now, ninth samskara is Karnaveda samskara, ear piercing ceremony, ritual. Shastra says that the ear piercing samskara should be done for both girls and boys. It is said that for the protection and decoration, it is to be done rakshanartham, abharanartham cha, to wear the abharanas, ornaments. However, the girls were told to have their ears pierced as well as their nose also should be pierced. And ladies should wear golden ear ornaments and nose ornaments also. We call that as mukkera, that which we wear to the nose. This ritual is usually performed at the end of third year or at the beginning of fifth year. But mostly girls will get the ears pierced before 1 year. Even at the third month or fifth month also we can get it done. The nose is pierced before 10 years when the baby grows a little, the girl baby. Many diseases can be prevented by this samskara of ear piercing and nose piercing. From that point of view, from the point of view of health also, and medicinally also, this cult is of great significance by making the holes near the ears, that is the part of this ear, and letting the sunlight fall on that place. The nervous system is strengthened. The ovaries are strengthened, specially, and nourished. The girls must have their left ear pierced first and then right ear. But for boys, the right ear should be pierced first and then left ear with either gold string or silver string. That is called as Shravani. Shravani, we say. The goldsmith should be given tambulam with dakshina and cloths and should be saluted. Pranama should be done to him. After keeping these gold strings called chuttu, we say a sort of, for some months, then slowly girls start wearing different types of ear ornaments called as lolakulu, and then earrings, then duddulu later on. Then lolakulu means hangings, which are etc. They can wear. Sometimes studded with even stones, emeralds, etc. Navaratnas also can be, or even diamonds they can wear. Even boys wear gold rings or even with a diamond rings they can wear. Devala Maharshi says that it is sin to see the face of a Brahmin without his ears pierced. The sun rays must go through the holes made on ears. By ear piercing samskara, we can hear not only outside sounds, but we can listen the sounds which are coming within us. Anahata Shabda, we say. And also develop concentration and receive spiritual enlightenment. Even at foreign countries, people get their ears pierced with the intention of only wearing ear ornaments. But our sages made it a custom and ritual to be followed by all of us for the welfare of human beings, because there is scientific reason behind this custom. It prevents people from getting the disease called antravritti, nowadays called in medical terminology as hernia. Hernia and hydrocele problems are common for men and they get them operated. For this, because mostly men do not wear ear ear decorations, ornaments, ear decorative ornaments, they do not wear. Because they get their girls will not get mostly this hernia problem because they wear ear ornaments throughout their life since childhood. So it is better for all human beings, men and women, to wear these ear ornaments. In ancient times, all men and women used to wear ear ornaments, but in due course of time, due to this foreign rule, and our people lost many customs and started adopting foreign methods. So the earrings, the duddulu we say, are one of Pancha Mangalya Chihnas. Jagadguru Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad-pada says, the reason why God Shiva is intact even after drinking halahala, the poison, is due to the power of the earrings Parvati Mata is wearing. Tava Janani Tatanka Mahima, because Mother Goddess is wearing earrings, they are protecting the life of Shiva, that is husband. The nervous system in our body is a wonderful creation of God. If there is pain at one place, the nerves in other part of the body will respond. Millions of years ago, our Maharshis knew these truths. They know that the modern, which now in this modern age, the scientists are discovering with experiments, with modern technology and machines. But our sages knew it since lakhs of years ago. Our sages taught us how to respect everyone in the society, all sorts of people, all professions, all professions are to be respected. All professions are very essential for the life of all human beings. So they have developed a sort of tradition of respecting those who are skilled in such professions. No matter what they do, whatever work they do, they are to be honored by each and everyone. Even girls do pranama to the bangles, and the one who wears the bangles to the hands, called as Gajala Malaram, we say. In case of good or bad incidents in our that occur in our house, we give cloths and money and tambulam to washermen, chakali, we say, saying that as good for us, kadupu chalava, we say, and we seek their blessings also. We say that they have to bless the child to be healthy and hale. So the blessings of chakali gives long life to the newborn baby and to all others. We respect and salute every professional person. After ear piercing and making Mangala Sutras, we give money, cloths, and tambulam with dakshina to goldsmith and salute him. Similarly, we honor the Vaidhyakaras as Sannai, Dolu, Mrudangam, we say, and flute also at the time of Upanayinam and Vivaha occasions. Thus, in the olden days, everyone lived with mutual love, harmony, and mutual respect. That sort of behavior is lacking a little in present days, though it is there. This sort of former orthodox glory should be restored again. It would become possible only if we fully understand and practice our customs, our traditions and culture, leaving imitation of foreign culture. If we realize the greatness and benefit behind the rituals established by our great sages, then everyone would practice them and get benefited. Our Shastra tells that the girls must get their nose pierced and wear the ornament called mukkera, mukku pudaka, we say, a gold ornament with pierce or ruby or diamond or any stone of Navaratnas. When we breathe in and breathe out, it clinges to the gold so that our sense organs work perfectly, our eyesight improves, our throat works better, and we have the ability to speak nicely and well. The Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna nerves, which are main in our body, 72,000 nerves are there among them. These three are most important. And out of three, Sushumna Nadi is the most important one, which connects directly to Sahasrara. So, this Ida and Pingala, Sushumna travel in our body from Muladhara to Ajna Chakra. This Ida and Pingala stop there. Now, but Sushumna travels to our Sahasrara, and through that it goes out and gets connected with universal universal power, Parabrahman, and it will be energized, and we get health and strength and vigor by that. So the sages arranged this. So our spinal cord works properly with these sort of rituals. So the nasal piercing also prevents to enter into nose. Any thing cannot enter into the nose. So it prevents that and corrects the nervous system and makes the brain and body function properly, which increases the span of life of baby. Even nose ornament is considered as an auspicious auspicious sign as Panchamangalya Dravyas and Panchamangalya Vastus, we say. They are called as Panchamangalya Chihna, sign of. So women wear for the protection of their husbands, the span of life of their husbands, they wear this mukkera. The sindura at papidi, the sindura we keep, then the that is the bottu also. Then the bangles, the ear ornaments, then Mangala Sutras and Nalapusalu, we say, black beads on neck, and Mattelu to the second finger of our feet. All these are Mangalya Chihnas. Along with them is this Mukkera. All the above 5 are worn by women at the time of marriage especially, but earrings, bangles and Mukkera and this Bindu, Bottu would be worn since the childhood. They all are Sri Rama Raksha to their husbands. This Mukkara protects the span of life of her husband. Shastra says that if the exhale of the breath of this girl left by the bride during the marriage ceremony touches the hands of her husband at the time of tying this Mangala Sutra over the neck, it will decrease the span of life of that person. So if there is an ornament to the nose, the Mukkera, it obstructs that defect. The exhale air would be purified and no harm occurs to her husband. That is why in the olden days, even girls wear a Mukkera nostril. Nowadays, it is reduced. Therefore, because the mothers are fearing that the baby, it will pain. So they are not making the nose pierced. So what these girls have to do, Shastra says, therefore the girls who do not have such mukkera, nose pierce, at the time of marriage, when the Vara takes Mangala Sutra and approaches the Vadhu to tie it over her neck, then the bride should slowly inhale the breath and stop the breath till he completes tying the Mangala Sutra and decorates and worships the knots, 3 knots with turmeric and kumkum. Then when he removes the hands, then slowly she can breathe out, exhale. That is how she can keep up the longevity, long life of her husband. And she will be lifelong Muttaidu is having this Mangalya Chihnas. So the nose piercing is of such a spiritual power, and it is of keeping good health also. So this is the Karnaveda Samskara, which is very important and got such significance. Now 10th one is Aksharabhyasa Samskara. After completing this Aksharabhyasa Samskara, now we will stop for today, but it is a little lengthy. The 10th Samskara is Akshara Abhyasa. Akshara Abhyasa. Prano Devi Saraswati Vaje Pirvajini Vati Thinam Avitriyavatu. Akshara Abhyasa means to practice letters, to learn the letters, aksharas. Akshara means nakshara, iti akshara, imperishable, indestructible. Kshara means that which is destroyed, which can be destroyed. Akshara means non-destroyable. The ultimate goal of human life is to know the imperishable in this perishable world. How to know this Akshara Tattva, which is existing here as Antaryamin in this universe? It is by Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana of Shastras and Guru Padesha. For this, it is very important to listen, to read and to write. First of all, Shravana is important. Shravanan Muktihi. Even just by listening, one can get Mukti. Just as Parikshin Maharaja got it. So, this Shravana can be done easily by anyone without any much effort or without the necessity of outside things. We can listen. So we should listen. We must repeat. Whatever we listen, we can repeat it. We have to repeat. That is how even babies learn like that. We have to say what we heard. For this, it is enough to listen to the words of mother, father, teachers, and elders. But this is not enough. Only listening and repeating will not make any complete good sense. We should be able to read and write. We should be able to speak with of our own, for which intelligence is necessary, and all over knowledge of that subject is very essential. So we speak, and also we should be able to read and write. To read and write, it is essential to have this Akshara Abhyasa done to us. So reading and writing also are very important to acquire the knowledge. We should be able to pronounce the letters properly and be able to write the letters correctly. This practice of learning the letters, to know the letters, to write and to pronounce the letters, it is very essential to start learning the letters first. First, we should learn. So for learning, this taking over hand, that is to learn this aksharas, it is very essential for the parents to make their children get this akshara abhyasa done to them. So thus the father for the first time takes the hand of his baby, that is boy or girl, in his hand, and then makes the child write the letters on the letters, over the letters which he wrote on the slate first time. This is called as Akshara Abhyasa, Akshara Abhyasa. So this Akshara Abhyasa is that ritual which makes the child learn writing the letters, utter the letters properly, and make him travel in that direction by which the child travels in the direction of getting the final knowledge, Brahma Jnana, by the favor of goddess Saraswati Devi, Sri Saraswati Mata. That pious and most important sacrament is called as Akshara Abhyasa. Saraswati Mata and Parameswara, Paramasiva, they bless us to get this knowledge. At the time of doing this Akshara Abhyasa, we worship Paramasiva and then Saraswati Mata and all the gods. So all the letters are to Ksha. All the letters are the forms of goddesses. And all these letters are the forms of Saraswati Mata, we can say. To start to worship her is Akshara Abhyasa. To get initiated this worship of letters, to know the Tattva of the letters, is called as Akshara Abhyasa. Ishana Sarva Vidyanam, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam, Brahmadhipatir, Brahmanodhipatir, Brahma Shivo me astu sada Shivom, we say. God Parameswara is the Lord of all Vidyas. Ishanaha Sarva Vidyanam. So all lower and higher studies, knowledge belonging to either this world or the knowledge belonging to Parabrahma, Paratattva, the ultimate reality, or the knowledge of knowledge which is related to Upasana, the Devatas. All these they are called as Para and Apara Vidyas. They are under the control of Parameswara, Paramasiva. That is why at the time of Aksharabhyasa, the greatest Siddha mantra, Shadakshari Mahamantra, Panchakshari Mahamantra would be made to write by the child, but not in the form of mantra as it is, but changing a little. This is called as Onamalu Diddadamu, we say. Onamalu, we say actually, that is Panchakshari Mahamantra. After this Aksharabhyasa Samskara, children would be sent to school to study and learn. In the olden days, they used to send to Gurukulas. Nowadays, to schools to read and write and gain knowledge. When should this Aksharabhyasa be done to the children? For this, our Shastra says, Jyotish Shastra says, Udagarbhe Panchami Abde, Panchame Masi Panchame, Divase Apicha Balanam Akshara Grahanam Smrutam. It should be done on the 5th day of the 5th month of 5th year. Then we need not have to see for any muhurta. Otherwise, we have to see an auspicious day to perform this ritual. Mostly Vasanta Panchami Tithi is the most glorious time for Aksharabhyasa. Similarly, Vijaya Dasami Tithi is also very great auspicious day. Panchami Tithi is the favorite Tithi for Goddess Saraswati Mata. So during Uttarayana, on any Panchami Tithi, Aksharabhyasa can be celebrated to any babies. In Bruhat Samhita or Bruhaspati Tithi, Bruhaspati Smriti, it is said, Bruhaspati Smriti says that Shanmasiketu Samprapte Prantis Sanjayate Yataha Dhatraksharani Spashtani Patra Chudan Yataha Para. For the newly born baby, nothing would be known till 6 months. For 6 months, normally the baby would be in a sort of Vranti, they said, because proper knowledge and exact correct knowledge will not be there to the child. When 6th month enters, that ignorance will vanish slowly. The infant will be able to concentrate on objects consistently. Till that time, even that concentration and consistency will not be there. So then the baby can concentrate and becomes able to hear the sounds and recognize the sounds properly. The baby starts to recognize his mother, father, and other family members. So elders say the child should be started to learn by teaching about several things since 6th month. In fact, from 6th month, the babies try to learn by imitating the parents and elders. Even when they are of the age of days babies also, they express by weeping their feelings. Their necessities also, they express by different types of weepings. So if they are hungry, if they want to sleep, or if they felt any comfortability, they express by different types of noise in the weeping. If they are happy, they smile, making a beautiful sound, melodious sound. We call that as Kerintalu. As they grow older, they learn to imitate the sounds made by others. Thus, babies' learning begins with listening, that is hearing. Then they try to utter one letter, later 2 letters word. First they used to say only ta, ta like that. Then atta, ta, ta they say. Thus, slowly by listening, they learn. Thus, the children already start learning since when they are of month's age. The mother and father are the first teachers to every child. The grandparents and all adults in the house, they are also the teachers to the baby. everyone they teach something or other to the growing child, either by words, by teaching, by their behavior, actions and all, by words and deeds. Thus, slowly as the time passes, the child learns a lot by listening to elders, observing them, by questioning them and getting answers. Then the intellect develops. But just listening and speaking is not sufficient. The baby should be able to read and write. So related to this is Aksharabhyasa Samskara, to worship goddess of Vak Devi. Vak means words. For getting the power of Vak Shakti. Yajnavalkya Smriti says that the child should be initiated into education by doing Aksharabhyasa Samskara at the age of 5th or 7th. Until then, the child can be taught to learn by heart, only orally. The poems of Ramayana, Bharata, Bhagavata are Devata Stotras, the poems of Shataka, Sumati Shataka, Vemana Shataka, etc. from the elders of the house. Stories of Panchatantra, Hitopadesha, Ramayana, etc. can be narrated. Stories of Ramayana, devotees like Prahlada, Dhruva, Sravanakumara, etc. should be told to the children. They can be taught orally. Orally, anything can be taught as if in play or not. It should not be made compulsory. Artu Partu, we say like that. So until Aksharabhyasa is done, nothing the child can write or read. But nowadays, the infants of 2.5 years old are being sent to schools as a nursery, pre-nursery, then a nursery, then LKG, UKG and all. So at the age of 2+ or 3+, they are sending the children to the schools. So it became very essential to do Aksharabhyasa at the age of 3 years only, when the child gets 3rd year. After getting the basic knowledge required to know the knowledge of letters, and the child becomes ready to read and write, then Aksharabhyasa should be performed. After Aksharabhyasa, the child should get habituated to get up at Brahmi Muhurta, early morning, and make it a habit to read and memorize, practicing writing the Aksharas, right, and uttering loudly. For Sri Ramachandra, as soon as this Aksharabhyasa ceremony is performed, they did Churika Bandhana, tying a sword to the waist of the boy. So to him, because he is a Kshatriya, for Brahmins, gaining Shastra Jnana and Brahma Jnana is essential. So they have to take the slate and chalk piece or balapam in their hand at the time of Aksharabhyasa. It is essential for all human beings to get it done, and it's very essential for everyone to study and acquire knowledge. So to do any work, knowledge is essential. Thinking power develops by education. Noble qualities we can develop by proper education. So one has to study. In ancient age, all Shastras were studied orally and preserved orally by passing on them to next generation, generation after generations. Many people were Ekasantha Grahis at that time. That is, if once the Guru preaches them, the students used to repeat it 10 times and do manana for 100 times, and used to keep in memory as it is, and used to teach them to their students. Ekasantha Grahi means one who can grasp even if they listen only once when uttered by anyone. So thus, through Guru Sishya Parampara, the Vedas and Shastras were preserved for lakhs of years. But due to the cruel behavior of Mushkaras, who burnt uncountable crores of granthas, Tadapatras, manuscripts, many vidyas we got were lost. Even then, we, the Bharatiyas, are at Guru Sthana to the Vishwa, to the world. In many vidyas, especially Tattva Vidya, Tattva Jnana, that is philosophy and spirituality. Formerly, our vidyas have been preserved by oral, that is orally. Later, writing on talapatras. Nowadays, printing on papers, we are preserving in the form of books. Entire Mahabharata of 1 lakh slokas had been told by Sri Vedavyasa Maharshi without stopping anywhere, and Sri Mahaganapati wrote that on palm leaves without keeping the ghanta, that is writing pen, once he started to write till he completed that. Then onwards only they say this Akshara Abhyasa was started among human beings and became a tradition when once writing started by Mahaganapati. Normally, this Akshara Abhyasa is being done to Brahmin boys, girls at the age of 3, and for all other castes at the age of 5. Because for Brahmins, education is the most important primary duty, first, foremost important duty. Now let us know the procedure of this Akshara Abhyasa, which is not only a ritual but is celebrated as a festival, inviting all relatives. This can be performed as at Basara, Saraswati Mata's residence, we can say temple, or at Vargal or any temple of Saraswati Devi, or even at their house also. On the selected auspicious day, the parents and child should take holy bath in the early morning, wear new clothes, either in the Puja Mandira or in the hall on east side. Mantapa should be arranged for worshipping Goddess Saraswati Mata along with Kuladevatas, Ishtadevatas, Samba Sadasiva, Dakshinamurti, Sri Subramanyeswara Swami, Hayagriva Swami, etc. All gods, keeping their photos or idols. The holy granthas like Srimad Ramayana, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavata, etc. should be kept to be worshipped on a side. All puja items are to be kept ready. 5 or 7 or 9 slates and slate pencils also should be kept aside, and one specially particular slate and slate pencil should be kept for the sake of the baby. First Ganapati Puja should be done to Haridra Ganapati, and that is Pasupu Ganapati, and then Goddess Saraswati Mata and all other deities should be worshipped with Shodasa Upachara Puja. Nitya Puja should be done, completed. Then on one slate, that particular slate, Om should be written on one side, and on the other side of the slate, Shri is to be written by the father. Parents should make the child worship that slate and that slate pencil with puja dravyas. She or he should keep that for herself or himself, the baby. Now the father should take it in the hands, the big silver plate, a very big silver plate with full of rice in it, on it. Then keeping the child on the lap, father should draw 2 lines on the plate dividing into 3 parts. At the top part, O Na Maha should be written. In the middle part, Si Va Yaha should be written. And at the bottom part, Siddham Namaha should be written. Now the father has to take the hand of the child, should make him or her write the same on the letters he wrote. Later, taking the slate into hands, the father should hold the hand of the baby and write, uttering loudly. While uttering loudly, O Namaha Shivayaha Siddham Namaha, making the baby write with slate pencil on it. Then keeping the slate and the slate pencil, make the baby worship that slate and slate pencil and the letters on the rice with turmeric, kunkuma, chandana, flowers and akshatas. Giving dhupa and deepa naivedya should be offered. Mangala harati should be given. When the father is chanting the Panchakshari Mahamantra, though not as it is, yet the spiritual power of that Siddha mantra enters into the body of the baby. The most sacred Panchakshari Mahamantra can be given only by a guru to the disciple at proper time. But now, at the time of Akshara Abhyasa itself, that Siddha mantra will be given indirectly by the father to the child. It will be written and given to the child by the father, but not in the form of a mantra. The rishis, maharshis changed it a little and gave it to us to follow. Every child is not either Prahlada or Dhruva or of such great devotee to receive the very powerful mantras at the age of 5 years, which they received. For Prahlada, by birth it came. Dhruva received it at the age of 5 years. So, in such a way, the Maharshis arranged it for the sake of us in the form of this Aksharabhyasa Samskara. So, in the form of this ceremony or this sacrament, that Siddha mantra is given to the child through the father. Now onwards, the child should adopt the method that nothing belongs to me. Siddham namaha, we say. Namaha means salutation. Nama means not mine. Everything belongs to God. So, everything should be given to God. O namaha. Oh God, nothing is mine. Shivaya. Siddham namaha, we say. Then O namaha Sivayaha. Shivaya, but we say Sivayaha separately. Shivaya means for the sake of Shiva. It should be given. So that auspiciousness, Siddha mantra, I bow down and do pranamam for getting perfection. Siddhi. That is Siddham. Now, thus for us, the Telugu people, Aksharabhyasa Vidhi gives us Adhyatmika Vidya, is given in the form of Aksharabhyasa itself. So, God, Shiva is directly giving us Brahma Vidya. God Shiva himself is Brahma Vidya. And Goddess Parvati Devi is Brahma Vidya. Then Shiva is Guru of that Brahma Vidya. Paramatma, Parabrahman himself. It is by the favor of Paramatma, Parabrahman, Paramashiva that Saraswati Mata is giving us the knowledge of letters. We say Panchakshari Mahamantra with Pranava and say Siddham Namaha. That Pranava letter, Onkara, contains all syllables in it. And so the blessings of all the Adhisthana Devatas of all letters comes to us. Now, but now the Pranava is not uttered fully with Om, we say. In that way, we will not utter Om Namaha, we say. That Om is not given. Pranava mantra, as it is not given. It is just given in the form of O only. Splitting all the letters separately, we utter and make the child repeat as O Namaha Shivayaka Siddham Namaha. Namaha is also not uttered as one word. Namaha we say separately, which means not mine. Shivaya. Shivaya is also not uttered as one word. Shivayaka. Even then, Yaha means he who says Shiva gets Siddhi. So when we say Shiva, we get Siddhi, perfection. So Shiva means auspiciousness. Shiva is Sarvamangala Devi, Parvati Devi. So in Shiva and Shiva both exist. So I salute to Parvati, Parameswara, who are the word and its meaning. The word and its meaning are inseparable, avibhajya. The Shiva Shivani Tattva is eternal. Ardhanariswara Tattva that exists permanently. They are the Siddhi. This mantra is so powerful, and because it is Siddha mantra, whoever utters this mantra, for them this mantra yields fruits, results. At the time of Aksharabhyasa, the child is made to worship such a great mantra and Shiva Parvatis and Paramatma and Parabrahman. The word Siddhi is the name of God. We say Siddhyai Namaha. Siddhi itself is one of the names of Paramatma. Salutation to Parameswara, who is Siddhi Rupa. Siddhi means Sarva Karya Siddhi. Then Jnana Siddhi, Buddhi Siddhi, Moksha Siddhi, Karya Siddhi. Parameswara gives all these siddhis to us. Sadbuddhi Siddhi, like that. Thus, the child is made to worship Parvati Parameswara. Vagartha viva sampruptau Vagartha pritipattaye Jagatah pitarau vamde Parvati Parameswarau. When the child worships Ganesha, Siva Parvati, Saraswati Mata, and the books and the slates, etc., he or she should distribute those slates and slate pencils which are kept aside to the small children present there, keeping the slate for herself on which she wrote the Siddha Mantra. Now, parents should make her recite Saraswati stotras and shlokas such as Saraswati, Namastupyam, etc. sloka. Then Talli Ninnu Talanchi Pustakam Chetan Punitin, all these. Then Saraswati, Tviyandrishtva, Dvadashanama Stotra, etc. Then Potanamacharya, who translated Srimad Bhagavad Gita into Telugu, wrote a very wonderful mantra Parita stotra shloka on Saraswati Devi, completely getting the power of all Saraswati suktas that exist in Vedas. So that complete power is kept hidden in it, in this one shloka by by Potanamacharya, Srimad Bhagavata. That Padya, that is called as Padya or Shloka, that we will recite now and worship Saraswati Mata. Sharada Neeradendu Khanasara Patira Marala Mallika Hara Tushara Pena Rajatachala Kasya Panisha Kunda Mandara Sudha Payothi Sita Tamara Samara Vahini Subhakara Tanupuninnu Madigana Ganennadu Kalgu Bharati. It is in Telugu because it is translated by Potanamacharya. So this Telugu poem consists of wonderful bijaksharas hidden in it, and that power is there. After all this process is completed, they should give harati to the baby and her parents or his parents. This is the Aksharabhyasa Samskara. All should bless the child as Chiranjiva, Dirghayushman Bhava, Dirghayushmati Bhava, Saraswati Kataksha Siddhirastu, Buddhi Sadbuddhi Praptirastu, Sadbhavana Praptirastu, Sat Sangatya Praptirastu, Parameswara Anugraha Praptirastu. Such sort of blessing should be given by the priest and all the parents and all relatives. The child should be accustomed to wake up in the Brahmi Muhurta, taking bath and keeping bottu, bindu, herself or himself should keep kunkuma to goddess Saraswati and start to learn by heart the poems, slokas, lessons, etc. Study well, get good culture with good education. Even the Rakshasa Hiranyakashipu praised the greatness of study, sent his son to gurus and got him educated. He said, people study, if people study, they get the discriminative power. Sadasad Viveka Chaturata Kalgun, he says. So Chaduvaga Valayanu Janulaku Chaduvincheda Aryulada Chaduvamu Tandri, he said. So even he realized the greatness and importance of education, and he sent his son to gurus. So by studying the scriptures and by Guru Padesha, one gains perfect knowledge. Jnana Devatu Kaivalyam. So one can get even moksha, liberation, the final aim of our life. And for that, the starting point is Aksharabhyasa. Such is the importance of this Aksharabhyasa. When Prahlada is being sent to gurus and brought back after a while, he said he has completely studied the essence of the whole scriptures. Chadivinchiri nanu guruvulu chadiviti karmartha mukhya shastramgulu. Ne chadivinavi kalavu pekkulu chaduvulalu marmamella chadiviti tandri, he said. He said he has completely studied the secret of all scriptures. That secret is Lord Sriman Narayana. He said that is God Parameswara, the ultimate reality. So to get that essence of knowledge, Aksharabhyasa is the starting point. Swasti for today. Tomorrow we will start Upanayana Samskara, which is very holy and most important one.
ధన్యవాదములండి విశాలక్షి గారు.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
I request all to keep your questions and doubts, because now we are past 8 o'clock, I think. Or you want to take any questions?
I can take if time is there, if they ask anything.
If anything, immediately if you want to ask, yes. Otherwise, we will keep your questions. Then we have 3 more days. And
After in 3 more days also, actually 1 more extra day we need for marriage. Upanayana tomorrow, then other 2-3 for next day. Marriage we cannot complete in 1 day. That is the problem. Only 3 days are there. So 4th day we need for completion of that marriage ceremony. That's a very more than Upanayana Samskara, that marriage. So Saturday also I want to take and complete. Then question answers on Saturday also they can ask him.
okay.
Yasuna wants to ask something.
Okay, I will ask her to unmute. 1 minute.
నమస్కారం మేడం గారు. ఇప్పుడు ఓం నమ శివాయ అని అక్షరాలు మనం బియ్యంలో రాయాలని చెప్పారు కదా మేడం. ఓం నమ శివాయ సిద్ధం నమః అని స్లేట్ మీద ఓం ఒకవైపు శ్రీ ఒకవైపు రాయాలా మేడం?
అవునమ్మా.
అంటే స్లేట్ మీద ఓం నమ శివాయ సిద్ధం నమః స్లేట్ మీద కాదు రాసేది,
ఆ బియ్యంలో రాయాలి. We have to write on the rice which are that big. పెద్ద తీసుకుని అందులో బియ్యం పోస్తారు. దాన్ని ఇలా 2 గీతలు చేస్తే 3 భాగాలు వస్తాయి కదా నామకరణ. We did for Namakarana. In the same way 2 lines should be drawn and 3 parts come. O Namaha Shivaya Siddham Namaha.
ఓకే. అంటే నేను స్లేట్ మీద రాసి దిద్దిస్తారు ఇవి అనుకున్నాను మేడం. బియ్యంలో రాసి దిద్దిస్తారు, స్లేట్ మీద మాత్రం ఓము శ్రీ ఒకటే.
అక్షరాలు ఇవన్నీ స్లేట్ మీద రాసి దిద్దించాలి నెమ్మదిగా.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Okay, there are few questions in the chat box. I'll just read out. The first question is, Madam, can you please tell me the names of Adhisthana and Pratyadhisthana Devata of Panchabhutas?
Adhisthana Devatas of Panchabhutas are known to everyone. East, Indra, West, Panchabhutas. Prithvi, Apas, Tejo, Vayu, Akasha. They are Panchabhutas. I spoke about Adhisthana Devatas of letters, A to Ksha. Though the names of all those deities are given in Akshamalika Upanishad. So in Akshamalika Upanishad, Akshamalika, garland of letters, the names of all deities are given. If you are interested, you can follow that.
Okay, thank you. The next is, why ear piercing mundan? Mundan. Yeah, I'll tell you. Why ear piercing mundan annaprasna is done again and again in Upanayana and Snataka Samskaras? What is the sanctity behind this repeated procedure?
Because whether for certain people some samskaras might not have been done, or even if done, they might not have been done according to Shastrokta Vidhi. And even after all these samskaras have been done, if they are repeated, they gives more strength and remove the whatever bad is there or any sort of sins are there that occur at the time of performing them by doing any either in uttering the mantras or in the procedure, any sort of sins occur, they will be removed. So they repeat. So repeating is always done at the time of Upanayana. All samskaras are done because of that sanctity should be given and that purity should be given to the body and mind of the Vatu.
Right. Thank you. Then can you please share the shloka in Telugu recited by you with English script or Devanagari script.
అదెందుకని సార్ శ్లోక I'll do.
Okay, thank you. This is the, I think, just a minute. Yeah, there are no questions from the chat box. So, Babu Garu.
Okay. Now, Suresh.
నమస్కారం అండి. బేసికలీ మీరు చెప్పినట్లు ఈ కుంకుమ అనేది పెట్టుకుంటారు ఆడవాళ్ళు మగవాళ్ళు. హలో మేడం, కెన్ యూ హియర్ మీ?
Yes, I'm able to.
సారీ మేడం. సో కుంకుమ అనేది ఆడవాళ్ళు మగవాళ్ళు బోత్ ladies and gentlemen actually wear kunkuma. Now this wearing of kunkuma is considered mangalam for everyone, and it is good, everyone should wear it. But when the husband passes away, ladies start or are told not to wear it. But the wearing of kunkuma is actually from childhood of the birth of the girl, right, or a boy. So why should it be stopped after the death of a husband? It should probably, because he has got it from her earlier samskaras, from the birth. So why should that be stopped just because the husband is gone?
From the birth, the baby got the right to keep buttu here, but at the time of marriage, husband keeps sindura. He keeps buttu also, and then sindura also. So,
Correct.
married people after marriage, at the time of marriage, when husband keeps this sindura at the beginning of papidi,
Yeah.
then the life they have to continue it, keep. And even the bottu is kept by, even though the child is girl is having right to keep the bottu since her childhood and she is keeping, because at the time of marriage, husband keeps bottu here and here also. So they made it a custom, the Maharshis, they made it a custom that suppose he passes away and she is alive, she should not keep this kunkuma, but she can keep chandana, she can keep vibhuti, which are very holy and very auspicious. Chandana they can keep. Nowadays they are keeping red stickers also. Sticker is not this kunkuma. Sticker is not the sindura that we wear. So the sticker they can keep, and it gives the same beauty which she used to possess at the beginning.
Thank you, madam. Namaskaram.
Okay, Murthy garu. Unmute చేసుకోండి.
నమస్కారం అమ్మా. మూర్తి సార్ చెప్పారు. ఇప్పుడు ఏం లేదు, మనము నేను ఒక ఉపనయనం కమ్ స్నాతకం అటెండ్ అయ్యాము, అంటే అర్లీ మార్నింగ్ ఉపనయనము. దాని ఫాలో.
Can you talk in English, please, if possible?
I'm talking only in English. We have attended a function recently where Upanayinam was early in the morning and followed by Snatakam. Is Upanayinam, and then 11 to 11:30 was Snatakam. What we have observed is in Upanayinam, Saulam, Mundanam, Karnaveda and Namakarana, Annaprasna were done. These are the samskaras as per our procedure. But in Snatakam, because it is immediately followed on the same day, so they said again Chavalam, again Mundanam, again the third one Karnaveda is not required. So is it the correct procedure? Because you are telling for every procedure and for every samskara, you are telling procedure and process. So I just wanted to hear from you, what is your observation in this regard?
Snataka means Snataka done before the marriage, you mean? Because there are 3 types of Snatakas which you are going to know tomorrow or day after. Tomorrow itself I will tell. So if the Upanayana is done in the morning and immediately following that the Snataka of the marriage is done and then marriage also follows. Is it the same Snataka, isn't it?
I'm talking of Snataka before marriage.
Snataka before the marriage. Actually, our
It is done because Upanayana delayed. So he got Upanayana at the time of marriage. In the morning of Upanayana, followed by.
But our Shastra says that for the sake of celebrating marriage, the Upanayana, because it is a must, it should not be done before the marriage. Upanayana should be done at proper age, either at 3rd year or not third, either at Garbhastama at 7th year or 8th year or 9th year or 11th or at least before 15 years. Or at least nowadays, if so many problems may be coming to certain people, then in that case also, after doing this Upanayana Samskara, at least 1 year, 2 years gap should be given and then only marriage should be done. Immediately doing Upanayana in the morning and doing a marriage during night time, according to our Shastra, that's not proper. Even then, it should be done according to Shastra only. Even during Upanayana Samskara, they did all these previous Samskaras. Once again, while doing that Snataka Samskara, what all are to be done according to Shastra should be done. If they did not do, because it is done once means, because we have eaten in the morning, do we not eat in the afternoon or evening? We eat. So we have to do. We have to follow according to Shastra.
Good, I understood. But nowadays, people are following shortcut methods. Even our Pandits also, they are following shortcut methods. We don't know. Only God should save them.
That's not good. The full effect we will not get. That
Right,
means
thank you.
Doing Upanayana, excuse me.
Doing Upanayana at marriage itself is a shortcut method. Right, for the Yajamani has got to say that Purohit is doing shortcut method. He himself is doing shortcut method. He has got any right to ask Purohit that he has got a shortcut method.
We induce them to do shortcut method.
You have done it. Yajamani's mistake.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's why we cannot blame Purohit for purpose.
We are not following.
Complete the duty within that time. Give it to him.
No, sir. My point.
Do all shortcut methods for the purpose, so that anyway it will be shortcut.
Please, sir, let's have others, please. Other questions are there. Let's go. Right.
Wherever the point of dispute is there, whether there is a clarity is required, that has to be properly explained. Otherwise, people carry with those ideas like that only. Okay, that's why I'm sitting here. Okay.
Yeah, you have said it. After that, Murthy Garu is trying to prolong. That's the reason I said this. Please. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Now, CC Babu Garu, you want to ask a question?
Yeah. See, Visalakshi Garu, you said that for the girl, the left should be done first and the right next for Mukku Pudaka.
Yes.
And for the boys, the right first and the left. So what is this? I mean,
there is a little difference. That's all. For ear piercing, for the girls, left one first and then right one second. For the boys, the right ear first and left ear next. According to Shastra, we have to follow. It is there in Grihya Sutras. So we have to follow.
no, any sanctity, any.
Self is sanctity.
Okay. Thank
We
you.
consider the to be by the left side of husbands.
Okay.
Male boys, right is more important. Though both the hands are important, even for girls and boys, right hand is much more important than left one. Even then, for certain ceremonies, for boys, right one is preferred, and for girls, left one is preferred, because ladies have to sit by the left side of the husband while doing
Right.
this sort of kratus and all. So certain
Thank you.
Here one clarification is, the Ardhanarishwar Tattvam has to be understood properly by the people. The Ardhanarishwar Tattvam says that right side is Shiva and left side is Gauri. So that's why they follow, the system is followed for every action for ladies and girls. That is
Correct.
the understanding of this subject.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is there anything about Ida and Pingala in this? The left and the right?
Anything about means Ida
I-
to nerves in our body. Out of all of them, 3 nerves are very main nerves which are connected with the spinal cord of us and which travel from the Mooladhara to from crossing all the chakras. Ida, Pingala we say, and then Sushumna.
Sushumna.
These 3 travel till Ajna Chakra. And from Ajna Chakra, at the Ajna Chakra, Ida and Pingala nerves stay there only. That is, throughout our body, they will be existing and traveling till that part. Then from this Ajna Chakra also, the Sushumna Nadi that travels to Sahasrara Chakra, and from there it gets connected with universal transcendental power. And that power will be drawn into us through this Sushumna Nadi. So this Ida Nadi and Pingala, even this yoga practice, yoga abhyasa also controlling our breath by controlling this Ida Nadi and Pingala Nadi and giving pressure on them, releasing them. It depends on that only. And Sushumna Nadi is directly connected from throughout our body, through our backbone, spinal cord, which gives the strength to the spinal cord for the beings, for the human beings to stand, sit erected, do all the works and all.
See, okay, one minute, madam, Visalakshi, madam. I inquired this question with, our question is probably whether this using left side and right side for males and females, the differentiation is because of these nadis. I inquired this question.
Yes, no.
I inquired this question to the doctors. Whether any anatomy difference is there between lady and gent on this aspect. Why we are using left and right like this for the males and gender differentiation, we are making this. The doctors gave me the answer that there is no anatomy difference between lady and gent as far as these systems are concerned. So that's not the question, as I feel. This not these nadis are not connected to this left and right system. Probably the other nadis are
Okay.
only the right thing for that purpose.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. Ashok Garu.
Good morning, madam. My question is, ear piercing to the male will give some protection getting from some certain diseases like etrocell, some what is the scientific behind of that?
Hernia.
Yeah. So ear piercing will stop such diseases to the male.
Yes,
You
yes.
can speak your thought as what is the reason behind the bit, how we can.
There is scientific reason behind it. That is why Shastras, our Maharshi spoke like that. It the nervous system makes our body function properly. And these ear piercing and wearing these earrings makes the nervous system function properly. And when this hernia and hydrocele, they are dependent upon this nervous only, isn't it? Because of the nerve at that part is getting damaged or blocked or something. So that is the scientific reason behind this ear piercing. Maharshis know this fact, this scientific reason and the health point, the great secret of our health. So they gave all these in the form of our customs. So by ear piercing, that is why we can see in among ladies, rarely in lakhs, 1 or 2 people may get this hernia operated, but it's very common among men. In foreign countries, mostly even men wear these ear rings for decoration, of course, but they will not get this hernia operation very much as it is in our India. In the olden days in our India, in Bharat Desha, No human beings got such antravritti, they say, this hernia operation, because all men and women used to wear earrings. But because they have stopped it during middle age and all, these diseases started coming.
మీరే రాశారు కర్ణవేద సంస్కారం దాంట్లో రక్షాభూషణ నిమిత్తం బాలస్య కర్ణవ సిద్ధ్యేత్ సుశ్రుత శాస్త్రం శైవేస్తాన అధ్యాయం 16.1. This is the one which is the pramanam for this, what she says. Where Sushruta Shastram itself says that karnav chidyet, raksha bhushan nimittam balasya karnav chidyet. This is raksha for his health. That's how it has been given in the Shastram itself. That is pramanam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, Ashok Garu, okay, you can put your hand down. Now, there are no other questions. We request Satyaji to do
One more
chant.
thing. Before that, I want to clarify one more thing.
Okay.
The ladies after the husband death, why they should not wear the tilakam or kumkuma like that. My research or my discussion with other people, what I get as a philosophical point of view is, the Indian ladies are considered to be more pious and more devoted to the husband who married in one's life. And not only one life, the marriage is considered to be the Saptapadi, not only 7 steps of in this life, and it is 7 janmas they will have as wife and husband. That is the understanding we have by various shastras in the past. So the moment husband dies, it is an understanding for the wife that she is following that system of sannyasa ashrama and thinking her husband only as her continuity of the philosophy. So that sannyasa type of thinking has to be cultivated. For that purpose only, she has been asked not to have the alankaras. And that is because of this modern accidents or anything or anomalies, social anomalies of marrying old person and young girl dying. All these things are later parts. And the olden parts, when normal marriage systems are going on, when wife and husband lead some samsaric life, at one stage he dies by misfortune. Then the lady is supposed to have that system of sannyasa asrama, following the system of not having bindi, not having bangles, not having hair, not wearing the colorful clothes. This type of system has been given to her so that she will meditate, she will go into that sadhana of sannyasa. She is as good as a maid at that time. That type of philosophy has to be cultivated in the people for maintaining the sanctity of the pativacham of the lady. That is the understanding. In the olden days it was had. But unfortunately, in between, so many misgivings have happened, and people are dying at very young ages, and we cannot leave the girl at 15 years age as a Yadva. These are things are modifications that we are doing it. That also may be acceptable. So that's the idea of not in the original idea is that.
కరెక్ట్ అండి మీరు చెప్పింది. యాక్చువల్లీ ఇంకొకటి కూడా పూర్వకాలంలో కూడా ఎందుకు ఇలా చేశారు అంటే, ఆమె అందంగా ఆకర్షణీయంగా ఉండవలసింది కేవలం భర్త కోసం. కనుక ఆ భర్త లేనప్పుడు తన అందానికి బయటికి చూపించడానికి ఆమెకి ఇష్టం ఉండకూడదు. వేరే వాళ్ళు ఎవరు కూడా పరపురుషులకి ఆకర్షణ ఆమె మీద కలగకూడదు. కనుక కూడా ఆ ఆర్నమెంట్స్ ని రిమూవ్ చేయమని ఎల్డర్స్ చెప్పారు. అది యాక్చువల్లీ ఈ పాయింట్స్ అన్ని మనకి మహర్షులు అరేంజ్ చేసినవి.
మేడం బానే ఉంది చెప్పింది. కానీ మరి మగవాళ్ళకి కూడా అవే అప్లికబుల్ అవుతాయి కదండి. అంటే మగవాళ్ళకి దేర్ ఇస్ నో విజిబుల్ సైన్ అదర్ దాన్ ఉత్తరీయం లెఫ్ట్ నుంచి రైట్ కి వెళ్ళిపోవడం తప్ప దేర్ ఇస్ నో అదర్ విజిబుల్ సైన్ అకార్డింగ్ టు మీ. ఎందుకంటే మగవాడు కంటిన్యూస్ టు డూ 7 జన్మల బంధం ఉన్నది అని అనుకుంటే మగవాడికి 7 జన్మల బంధం ఉంటుంది, ఆడవాళ్ళకి ఉన్నది అని అనుకుంటే దెన్ వై షుడ్ అగైన్
మగవాడు పెట్టుకునే బింది సాధన దేశం సాధన మోక్షం కోసం ఆ యొక్క తపస్సాధనలో, నాట్ ఫర్ వైఫ్ అండ్ హస్బెండ్ బింది కాదు.
అది ఐ అగ్రీ అండి. అంటే నేను అనేది ఏంటంటే మగవాళ్ళకి
I understood your question. I don't think any other clarification is required on that issue.
Okay, sir.
Is the role of a husband is different from the role of a wife. భూమికి వ్యవసాయదారుడికి ఉన్నంత బీజానికి ఉన్నంత తేడా ఉంది. హస్బెండ్ కి వైఫ్ కి తేడా. వైఫ్ భూమి అయితే హస్బెండ్ బీజం. So same rules will not apply for both.
True.
The same thing is applicable to husband or that. Equality is a feminine system of equality. Don't do it.
Yeah. No. I'm again asking because in this newer world.
Right from the beginning, from the day the Upanayana happened, he is supposed to wear vibhuti till he dies.
In fact, even for men, when suppose wife leaves body and goes away, then certain signs will be there even among men also. They have to, formerly they used to wear that uttariyam over right side, right shoulder. But when wife is not there, they are not eligible to do any sort of religious works, any sort of yajna yagas and all. They have to keep their uttariyam over the left, not on right. So certain signs are also there for them.
It's the opposite, madam. Left.
No. Please. If we want to have a discussion, no problem. Just let the pradhana be over. Then we can have a detailed discussion. Because others are.
Please give permission. One more point. Just one more point here. Please give permission.
We can have the discussion, sir. Please.
No. I have
because,
on this issue. One more point.
Okay. Babu garu, wait.
One more point is to be clarified here. The system of marriage, in the system of marriage, the lady only brings the Agni to the Agnihotram. And the Agnihotram is being carried as long as being lady is there with him only. When one wife dies, the wife's role is very important in the Grahasthashrama. In Grahasthashrama, Agni Karyas is being done because wife is there. And as long, the moment the wife is there, the husband loses the authority to do Agnihotram.
Correct.
So it's not that male people do not have that systems of not following. They are there. Some systems are there for them also. Only thing we don't know. All people who don't know that. That's the thing. Agnihotram we cannot do once your wife goes away. That is the clarity you should understand. Similarly, the Uttariyam. Certain things are there for them also. Not that they don't have.
Okay. Thank you very much all for the participation in the discussion. Now let us chant Prarthana.
Okay. Swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena maheshaha gobrahmanebhyah subhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasyashalini deshoyam kshobarahito brahmanas santu nirbhayaha aputra putrinas santu pautrinas adhana sadhana santu jivantu sharadam shatam satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyayan ma pramadah sarve bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramayah sarve bhadrani paschyantu ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Swasti.
ధన్యవాదములండి సతీ గారు. Now let us recite Janaganamana national anthem. Talla Chitti Babu garu.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद
जय हिंद।
जय हिंद।
ధన్యవాదాలండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు.